Good morning, everyone. Sister Candace, growing in grace. I hope y'all had a good night's rest. Hope you've had a good week. I really do. I would like to say thank you for your prayers. I know the ones that are praying for me. I truly appreciate it. Our devotional today I really like. It's called Gracious and Salty Speech. And it comes from Colossians 4, verses 2 through 6. Continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving, with all praying also for us, that God would open unto us a door of utterance to speak the mystery of Christ, for which I am also in bonds, that I may make it manifest as I ought to speak, walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. Let your speech also be with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. Perhaps you have heard about the elderly man whose hearing had declined over the years to where he could hardly understand what those around him were saying. Finally, he went to the doctor and got a hearing aid. When he went back after a month after the checkup, the doctor asked, "How is the family members liking you being able to be heard when they speak to him?" "I didn't tell them about the hearing aid," the man replied. "I just sit there and listen. So far, I've changed my will 3 times. God tells us in His Word that our speech should be wisely balanced with both grace and salt coming from our tongues. There are times to correct and times to praise, time to instruct, a time to listen, time to teach, and a time to testify. There are no times, however, when you ought to criticize with a harsh spirit or murmur. Many times we speak carelessly and thoughtlessly, not taking time to consider the impact of the words we use on those who hear them. The same passage is with Paul asked for the people to pray for his speaking to be effective when he preached the gospel. Contains the instruction about our daily conversation. Have you ever prayed that God would guide you and guard your words? A person who does that will not casually speak because of a reminder of the importance of what we say to those who hear us. The growth principle is choose your words with great care, and they have a powerful impact on the lives of others. And that is so true. May we all speak with grace when we speak, and with love. May we speak slow to speak, and the Bible tells us slow to speak and slow to anger. May we only lift each other up in what we say and how we approach, each other. Do I fail doing that? Oh, yes, I do. Do you? Yes, you do. If we're honest, we'll all be, as a child of God, yeah, I fail in that department. As you think about it, slow to speak and slow to anger, And I've shared this with y'all before. When I become widowed, I become a whole different person. I used to never would speak my mind. I used to never would take up for myself. Well, now I do. And I'm the only person that's going to do that besides Levi that, would take care of it. Like there's things going on with the house that Levi will take care of that I don't have to get involved in. But there's other things that I can do and say on my own and take care of myself. But there's things around the house or the car that Levi may have to take care of. And he is always willing to do that. As widows, the Bible tells us what we're to do for the widows and and for preachers and pastors. You know, God's word is clear about a widow and about the pastor and a preacher and deacons. And lay members. You know, God instructs us all in His Word of what we should do and how we should present ourselves. And I pray that I always present myself as what I profess to be. Like I say, I failed Him yesterday, I failed Him today, I fail Him tomorrow, and I say it all the time. Until we get to heaven, we're going to fail the Lord daily. But I'm so thankful that He is faithful and just to forgive us and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Know that I love you. I'm praying for you, but the Lord loves you so much more.